So we've looked at the fact theorem, we've solved some questions and everything. We've used the long division method. So I want us also to look at one single thing, then we can call this topic to be done. So the last thing that I want us to look at is called so this is called synthetic division. So how does it work? So it's not very different from long division method. In some ways, it's just like the reverse or a bit opposite of it. So let us try to look at some examples. Okay, so if you've been given this one, you could also be given to find the remainder and the quotient. So you'd find I would ask you, find, okay, or instead of us to say find, we can even say solve. So we'll say solve using synthetic division. So solve using synthetic division. X to the power 3 plus 2x to the power 2 minus 3x plus 4. So divided by x minus 2. Okay, so that is what we've been given, guys. So we've been asked to solve using synthetic division to solve this. So here what we do, we just play around with the coefficients of the question that has been given to us. And when we look at this, this is to the degree 3, which is a polynomial. And you know that the coefficient that will get, the quotient that we'll get from here is going to be the quadratic function. So what we do here, we'll just play around with the coefficient. So we'll get the coefficient of the polynomial that has been given. So we can even say solution. So when we get the coefficients, this is 1, then the second one, this is 2, we have negative 3, and finally we have 4. Okay, perfect. So this is what we have. Then from here, from what we have x minus 2, which simply tells us that the value of x is what? 2. So we draw another line. So with this method, it's something that is simple for us to find. So all we do, we always drop the first value or the first coefficient that we have. We drop it as it is. After we've dropped it, we're now going to multiply it with this value of x that we have. So it will be 2 multiplied by 1, which is going to give us 2. Then 2 plus 2, this will give us 4. After doing that, we're now going to multiply this 2 multiplied by 4. Since here we multiplied 2 multiplied by 1, we got a 2, which we added to get a 4. So we'll say 2 multiplied by 4, this will give us 8. And negative 3 plus 8, this will now give us 5. Then 2 multiplied by 5, this gives us 10. 4 plus 10, this gives us 14. So what happens with this, we find that what we call to be the quotient, these are the values that we have in the, so these are the values that we have. So here we've gotten the 14. So from here, what we do, we realize that this last row, which is here, except the last value, which is here, is what we call the quotient. And since we are saying that the quotient is supposed to be the quadratic, so, and these are just coefficients, so this will be x to the power 2 plus 4x plus 5. So this is going to be our quotient, and the remainder is simply this value that we have here in the last column of the last row. So the remainder is now going to be 14. 14. So 14 will be our remainder. And when we look at this with the value that we are multiplying, this was x minus 2. And we are done with that. So we'll also look at another example. And from what you're seeing, this is actually very simple. So let me wrap this. Okay, so I'll not wrap the question. So we've still been asked to use synthetic division. So from there, we're going to use the same synthetic division, but the question here now has changed. So the question that we are using is 3x to the power 3. Okay, not really 3x to the power 3. Okay, let's try something higher. So this is 3x to the power 5 minus 8x to the power 4. Then from what we have there, we have plus x to the power 2. Then we have minus x plus 3. So this what we have is divided by x minus 2. So that is what we have that is dividing this. So we'll still use synthetic division. So we'll get back to this. So pick the coefficient. So the highest coefficient that we have, this is 3. Then we have negative 8. But when we look at this, we do not have anything that has got the power negative 3. Which simply means that the coefficient of the variable having x to the power 3 is 0. So here we now write 0. Then we have 1, which is for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this we have 3. We have negative 8, 0 to the power 3. Then we have 1. We have negative 1. And finally we have 3. So that is what we have. And we've been given 2. Okay, so we drop down this as usual. Then 2 multiplied by 3, this gives us 6. Negative 8 plus 6, this gives us negative 2. Then 2 multiplied by negative 2, this gives us negative 4. 0 plus negative 4, this gives us negative 4. Then from there we continue. 2 multiplied by negative 4, this gives us negative 8. Then 1 plus negative 8, this will now give us negative 7. 2 multiplied by negative 7, this gives us minus 14. Then negative 1 plus negative 14, this gives us minus 15. Then we have 2 multiplied by negative 15, which is giving us minus 30. Then 3 plus negative 30, giving us minus 27. So when you look at this, what we have here is the remainder for the quotient which we have. And what we have here is just the quotient. So from here, we can even conclude that, therefore, the remainder is negative 27. And we can even say, and quotient is 3x to the power 4 minus 2x to the power 3 minus 4x to the power 2 minus 7x minus 15. And we are done with this question. So I'm now going to leave you guys with some questions so that you can now try out to see if you've understood this simple method. So task. So we'll say the first one that we have is saying that 2x to the power 4 plus x to the power 3 minus x squared plus 5x plus 1, which is, so this divided by x plus 3. Then the second one is also a simple one, which is just something like 2x to the power 4 plus 3x to the power 2 minus x divided by, which one should we use? Okay, so maybe I'm thinking which one must we use? Okay, maybe by x minus 2. So you try out this one. Okay, so let's say plus 2. Then the last one is going to be 2x to the power 3 minus 5x to the power 2 plus 10x minus 3 divided by 2x minus 1. So you try out these questions, and next time when we meet, we're going to look at something else, of course, moving forward from what we've done. So have a good day and enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to solve the questions and get back with the solutions. Thank you and enjoy your day.